Hello and happy Wednesday, everybody. Here we are, 9 o'clock on Wednesday with Sandra Stammer Craft Studio. So I am going to be doing something else with the Cute as a Bee papers. I promised to come back. I talked you through them on Sunday and I promised to get rid of that. And I promised to pop back today and we'll make something today. So today we're going to be doing a shaped card. Done a little bit of work. I've had one of my friends over today. We've been crafting and just get rid of that. And I've been playing with the dies and done you a little template here. So I'm going to run through those first. Let me just shift you down onto the table. There we go, and we're up. So I quickly ran through the papers the other day. These are the Cute as Can Be papers with these lovely colours here. And I also ran through the Meant to Be. This is the Scrapbook Workshop Kit. It's beautiful. I talked you all through that, so we won't repeat it all over again. But needless to say, there are 3 double scrapbook pages in here, all the materials for them, and lots more. And all the instructions, the cutting diagrams, everything. So they are really gorgeous. I haven't had a chance to make up the scrapbook pages, but I am going to be working on that over the coming weeks. So popping that to one side. These are the papers I'm going to use today, as promised. But first of all, I want to bring on the dies I actually mounted. Now, I remember I said to you that this is a follow-on from the Be My Valentine set. These featured in the annual catalogue. I've just got a marker in here, so let's get those out. So they feature in here on page 74 and 75. It's this set here. They've been in a previous catalogue. They are back in here as an encore. So they've still got a chance to buy these ones. And they work hand in hand with this set. Okay, so I'll just pop that back there with a marker in case I need to go back. Now, what my recent edition was, the stamp set with the dies was very, very similar. Really similar. So similar but different. But I decided at the time not to get them, and I'm now regretting it. So I have mounted the dies. I had just the dies only, and I've mounted those up today. So there's 24 in that set. These words say Our Hive. So as somebody said on their comments the other night, that they would look really good and be a good set to use for a new home card. So I'm going to show you all of those cut out because I think it looks so much nicer when you can actually see how they're going to look. So I have done this for you today. So this is kind of a double page spread. Just move you across out of where my photo's in the corner. So 2 sheets of A4 here, and it's just showing you the outer and the innies of those dies. So if, for instance, I bring you these, there's actually 5 of these hexagon dies, but I wanted to show you that you've got the innie falls out of the middle, and you've got the frame. So these actually cut, each of these dies cuts on two different sizes. You've got a tram line round here, and so it gives you that frame. If I bring one across here, I cut earlier. So this is the frame, but this piece is the piece that cuts. Just a sec, I can reach over. Got other things in the way, just a sec. It's got under the side of my trimmer. So this would be the outside piece, and this would be the inside piece. This is a different size die. Doesn't matter, but just get the drift. This is gonna, if I pick a different size, which size was that one? Is that the second one? Yeah, it's the second size. We'll just lift that one up just so you can see how it works. So that is all in one piece of card. Okay, so I've cut this shape out from there, and it's going to cut. So you get left with the tram line here. So you've got the frame, and then you've got the inside piece, which works like so. Okay, so that's what I was trying to show to you. So I think they're really gorgeous set. It's a nice shape. It's different. I can see this more for scrapbook pages because of the shape of them. I can see photos cut out from the middles of these frames. So you've got 5 different sizes. I've done it on black cardstock and then white images so you could see, but because I couldn't get them all on the page, I have just overlapped them slightly. So you can see that that one and that one go together, etc. in pairs. Okay, so I hope that really helps. I like visual things, and the dies alone don't always cut the mustard. So, and these are the ones down here, are the Our Hive. Maybe I should have done those the other way around. Yeah, should have stuck those down differently, shouldn't I? Never mind. I was pleased to do them because you can see everything cut out. I even kept in the little tiny middles from these flowers. I do use those. So sometimes you have the little dots on some of the words and it's hard to find them. But hey, throw them in your pot and you never know when you might want to use some little coloured dots on somewhere. Okay, so that's what I've got. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm actually going to make you a shaped card using these dies. And I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to use the biggest one there. I've got some bits pre-cut over here out of the way. But I'm going to start you from scratch. I'm going to leave that out for now. Okay, so pop that to the side. I'm going to grab some old olive cardstock. And yes, I have my replenished stocks. I was really low on this. So what we're going to do is take the die and work out roughly what size we want this to be. Now I want this to hinge on one of the flat sides here. It's not big enough, the card's not wide enough for me to do that twice, so that will not come over this way, but it will go this way over, okay? So I've just placed this in the corner of my mat just to work out what sort of sizes I want on here. I want to score this at 11.5, but in total, the whole width across left to right here, the widest point, we want that to be 13. I think we want to say 13 on that. Let me just double check. So we're going to have the card wide, 13, a little bit bigger, so maybe just over the 13 centimetres that way. So 11.5 we're going to score, but 13.5 we want to cut. So I'm going to cut down this way, lengthways down the card, because our card is going to flip that direction. So I'm going to cut that piece off and get rid of that. And then we're going to turn it and we're going to score at 11.5. Okay, I'm just going to lay that die on there to make sure I'm happy. I can get that on there and it's not in the cutting pack. So let's do that one. So I'm going to run across there. And because it's 11.5, double that is going to be 23. So I'll come along here, cut that off at 23. Then these pieces can all be reused. Okay. Oops. A bit precarious there. So I'm going to score that in half, creasing inwards to the bump. Okay, and score that with a bone folder. Put that across there. And then this is the shape that we're going to use. Haha, who's that? Hi, Joy, nice to see you. Who else have we got on here? Lynn, hello again. Long time no see. All of what? A couple of hours maybe. And hi, Linda and Sandra again. Another Sandra. So what we're going to do here, we're actually going to have this frame will need to be hung off the edge of the card. Now, I said to you, normally, if you get one cutting edge on a die, you could use just that one cut edge. Because this has got a double tram line on here of cutting edge. You want to make sure that the inside one is held over the edge. So can you see that? You can see through the back. So I want to make sure that I attach that down. We do need to adhere this in place. It will move if you're not careful. So I've got my little glue, my tape gun. Take a couple of pieces off there. And we're going to adhere that down. So we just want that edge hanging over the edge. And I'm just going to take that down, okay? So if we flick it over, we can see that that inside cutting edge is out of the way. So bring the big machine back in here. And just run this through. Make the sandwich, cutting plate is in, the shim is in. So die cutting plates. Oops. There we go, and take that out the other side. I will be doing some more die cutting, but on the floor out of the way. So I'm going to peel these off. I've stuck it on the front here, so these pieces of tape will be able to come off and they can be reused again. Let me just stick them on the side of the iPad. Okay, just peel them off. It's Scotch tape, so it's going to peel off and not leave any damage to the cardstock underneath. So this is what's going to happen. So that's my piece cut off. Then this is going to be the cutaway. And we have a frame minus the top piece because we removed that, didn't we? And then here I have a card that is hinged and folded at the top. Okay, so that is the best piece of that. That is the biggest die, and this is now making a hinged card. Now, what I do want to just point out is I've got my basic white C6 envelopes here, and I wanted to prove that that does actually go into a standard size envelope as well. Okay, so no problems with the postage. So that's my piece that I'm going to use. That frame is just going to go out of the way. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, but I might end up using something like that on a card at some point. So just get rid of all of that. This is in my scrap box for little tiny pieces to cut out. So that's that one. Now I'm going to jump the gun a little bit because what I've done here before I came on air, I have this piece here. So which way is it cut out? That way round. No. I did cut that from here. Oh, of course we've got different, there we go. No, it's not that one. Keep turning it until we get there. So you can see what I'm doing. There we go, that's the image. That was the piece of card. And this is all the images are lining up. So I've taken that same piece again and cut it from the designer series paper. Okay, so now this piece can go onto the front of my card. You can turn it and twist it until you get it the angle that you want. If you think something's more upright than others, then feel free to just play with that. Now you also have, with the designer series papers, you have two sides. So if we flip that over, we've got the honeycomb. Okay, now I'm going to put another layer on here. I want to put a little frame back in, so I am going to stick with this one. Hi Angela. So this one I want to put down on there flat like so. This one can be used for something else. I'm sure that will come in handy. You know me with my scraps. So I've already pre-cut one, the yellow one I showed you earlier. So I got this one ready, just so you didn't sit and just watch me cutting all night. So this is another one. This yellow layer can be used on another project. So I keep these in a Ziploc bag together. But I'm going to place this one on here, and it's just going to come inside there. Now, I cut this one this afternoon because it brought out the yellows, and I was chatting with Lynn. And I'm just going to do that same exercise, and I'm going to show you in a different colour and see how that can change. She says, I want the petunia pop, and I've got the wrong purple. Let me just grab that. A couple of paces across the floor. So here we go. I'm going to take the petunia pop. I just want to see what it's going to look like and show you how you can judge. Taking the second size in, so that second size frame there, and I'm going to cut that out just roughly. Grab my large scissors, just take excess off that so it fits through the trimmer. Bring that back again. So run that through. On here. Oops, that's just skew-whiffed. There we go. Take it out. There we go. It's easier. Pull the bits out of the way. And so we have that single one there, and we've got the frame inside the die there. You can see when it's stuck together how it adheres inside. Just simply lift that one off. Okay, put that one away, and those back for the machine later. So having seen the yellow there, like so, you can see that on the desk, can't you? Move that one out of the way. I just want you to see the purple and see how that's going to change the look. Get those out of the way for distraction. So I want a little bit of a vote here. I want to say whether you like the purple one, okay, or whether you like the yellow one, like that. That brings the colour of the bees out, the colour of the flowers out, or I did actually have a white one here, I think. That's the white one. I think the white one just gets lost, so the white one's not going to cut the mustard for me. So yellow or purple, daffodil or petunia. Okay, that's that's the guessing game now, voting. And I'm just going to grab a Tombow and just get some adhesive on there. So pop this one down. Just a little bit of the Tombow around the edges there. Make sure to go fairly near, not too far, so it squidges out the middle. Oh, isn't that just always the way? We've got one of each come in at the same time. So we've got one purple, one yellow. Oh, another purple. Sorry, Lynn, looks like you're going to be outvoted. We'll wait and see what comes in. So that's going to be this one. So I just wanted to show you how that card will stand up on the table like so. Okay, it's a really nice little shape. Sometimes we get, as crafters, get bored with the same old things over and over. So just looking for the other one I got. Now this is one of the other sizes, one of the smaller ones, and I thought this would be nice to put on the inside here. So I've kept the frame as well, just to show you as I cut them how they looked. Might decide that one depends how much you've got to write. I do quite like a border. If you if you like to have a coloured layer behind it, you could. This is a third layer. No, this was the second one. And this one here. Okay, so just because I like to play and give you a little bit more voting time, so whoever's watching on there, please just decide yellow or purple. And I'm going to put this through, and I'm going to do another layer of card. It's looking like purple at the moment, so I'm going to cut a purple one. Okay, see how the voting goes in the next few seconds. And there's my plates. Take those out. Move that. So again, we're going to have a layer in the back here. There are little holes along the way here, so you can just take the pricky tool and just poke that through there just to get it out of the frame if it gets stuck. Okay, do make sure that you clear that out each time, because if you end up with any card filling that void in there, you can get layers build up and then it won't cut properly on the layers because it will be jammed up. Okay, so I do like those ones. So I think we're going to go with the purple because there are more votes on that one at the moment. So I'm going to pop those out of the way. They'll be used for something else. And then I'm going to place this one in the centre here. Okay, and I'm going to place this one around the outside edge afterwards. So use some of... Oh, 3 purples to 1 yellow. Sorry, Lynn. I know that was your choice this afternoon. Tweezers. Get my fingers less glue, covered in glue. So I want this to be fairly central, so it is a bit of an eyeball, just guessing at the gap around the outside edge there, keeping those margins also the same, as near as we can on all the sides. Now this one, I'm just going to pick up. We'll use that one on the front. This one will just come around the outside edge there like so. Okay, just to match through with what we're going to put on the front here. So I can see the white on here. I should really have my glasses down, but hey, I can see these. Just going along very, very lightly on those outside edges. Just drizzling that along there. You don't need much of our Tombow. It's just such a strong adhesive. So just wrapping that gently round at the sides there, making sure that it fits together nicely. Okay. Let's press that down well. So that's the inside. So then we'll do the outside, and this will just give that little edge there like so. So exactly the same again. All the way around the edge. Doesn't have to catch in all the areas, just like you could just literally like a dot dash line around it. Okay, so tend to start on one edge and just gradually just hold that in on the corners. With the Tombow you do get a little bit of wiggle room. You can pull that a little slightly, and then eventually just Should get a nice even border all the way around there. Okay, remember that it does slide for a little bit if you are not quite in the right place. So I'm quite happy with that as a design for a card. And I've got the frame around there, and I've got the frame continuity coming inside as well. Okay, I'll bring you back in a little bit closer actually. It seems quite small on your screen, so coming like so. So now we're going to decorate it. Now it's a case of, well, what would we like to do? I did cut some little pieces earlier. I've got some of the wings here for the bee. I've got some little flowers and some little hearts. So, but for this size card, I was thinking actually it would be nice just to put a little simple sentiment and a little bunch of some flowers around the side here. So I think I might be doing that. So I'd kind of planned out the basis of the card, but I'd like to go a little bit, something a little bit different. So the greetings that are in that set, they are very much around Valentine's Day. So if we don't want it for Valentine's Day, this kind of like is all the lovey-dovey stuff. So there's not, I've had this one since it came out in the first catalogue. So I'm going to just grab another set off the table here. I've got Unbounded Love and Citrus Blooms. There's all the best on there, just checking in. Quite small sentiments. This one, let's see what the size the Happy Birthday is. Some lovely dies in here. Lynn was borrowing these this afternoon. Really like these dies for sentiments. So little banners on here would sit quite nicely. And I've got the greetings in here. Happy Birthday one might look quite nice, just kind of sitting on a corner or top third or lower third in there somewhere. And I would use one of these frames to house it in. So that's going to be too narrow, I can see that from the stamps, but I quite like the size of that one. I think that will fit in, just go through from the back. I think we could be good. So let's have a go with that one. If not, we'll move up a notch and grab a slightly larger one. Do we want that to be on this colour? Grab a block to pick that up. I'd like to be on the purple. I'm going to try it on the purple as well. I have some white. I know I've got lots of white here, but I'm going to just roughly cut that to go through the die cut machine. And stamp in the middle of that. I'm going to use black today. It's a neutral. We've got the black in the bodies of the bees, so it will come through quite nicely on there. Sorry, I'll try not to jiggle the camera by tapping the ink pad. Okay, at the end of the day, it's a piece of scrap card, so we can always do another one. Okay, it's not like we're going on the finished article itself. Okay, and there's our lovely sentiment, nice and crisp and clear. So pop those out of the way, and then I think this one is quite big on there actually. I think I might stamp this in the white as well, and just see the comparison which we like best, because it's got quite a lot of busy on here, but I am going to just cut this one because I've done it, and we'll get a comparison. Sometimes it's nice to bring the colour back in from the frame. And sometimes we might want a white one. Sorry, Joy, making you spend your money. It's the same with everything, but I'm just really kicking myself. I put the order through, and then the next morning I woke up and thinking, why didn't I order the bundle? Why did I only order the dies? This one's fallen out because it's a double shape here, so you can have a frame. Oh, now, there we go. This might be our answer. Because we've got the frame round here on the actual die, if I was to cut this in white, which I was going to do next, I think the frame might pull that back through with a white piece in the middle. Let's try it, guys. So I'll leave that just off to one side. Come back to that in a second. Grab some white scraps. Somewhere I've got some bits here. Have one of those. It's going to be big enough for that die to sit on. So we're going to stamp that again. We'll do it in the black. The same reason as before, because it's pulling the black through from the bumblebee bodies. Okay, stamp that in there. What I often do when there's enough piece of paper in front of me, piece of cardstock, I will cut that twice, use up that space. Okay, while I've got everything out, especially when it's a good all-round greeting, and I will store those in the case with it. Okay, so I can do that later. So cut that one through and pop that in the case for next time. Oh, bless you. It's a nice happy birthday. It's a very nice font. It just looks so super cool. It's lovely. So you're right with your comments. So just going to place that in the middle. Right to left, left to right. Make sure it's not going uphill. I'm using these tatty pieces of tape that are on the side of the machine. Take that one off. Those pieces are getting a little bit past it. I think I'll put them in the bin. There we go. Oh, very close to that edge. Look how wafer thin that was. Anyway, we're there. Take those out of the way. Go on the floor as well. And let's see how this could look. Because that's the white and that would be the frame round it. Now, I like that. Just going to poke this one out of the frame. There are some little holes on the edge here just to poke that out and just release that out. So this could be another combination for another one later. I think the white as a frame will be too wishy-washy in there like so. Yeah, it needs to be this way around. So they're going to go back in the box. And then this one, I'm liking this. Get underneath there. So hold that one together and hold that on there. And I would erase that up as well. So what I'm going to do here, because I'm going to turn this over, I don't want that frame to become separated. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some of my tape, a little bit longer and a little bit longer, and I'm going to put some of that on the top and the bottom. Stick that on there. So I've married them up together, and I'm going to put this along that edge, overlapping both pieces. So just catching that frame. Make sure to trim it. You don't want it scooting over the edge. Okay, so that's that top piece. Make sure it's not poked over the edge. And then this one here. This is going to be too long as well. Just along this bottom edge. I'll put my glasses down for a sec. I might be able to see better. So I want that on the frame just to catch enough of that edge. And then this one here, it has just lifted over the edge there, the top bit. So I'm just going to take that off and pop that back again. So just along that top edge, we're on the purple piece, but we're just not going over the edge. Okay, and that little corner, I'll just whisk that off. Bit fiddly. If you have clear sellotape, you might find that that works just as well. So, but then this can sit on here and we can raise that up nicely. We'll decide where that's going to go in a minute. Okay, that's going to go back in my dies case. So this is coming together nicely. I've got some little flowers in here. So I wanted to just show you some of these. These were all die cut. Remember the cutouts here? These little flowers. We've got some down here. Got some nice hearts there. And these little flowers here with the little coloured dots as well. If you save the dots, I did just throw some in the lid here. But if this one's going to be raised up on pads, so I'm going to get that one out. Just pop some of these on here. Maybe do a little trio. Two at the top and one at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to put that just over the join as well. So decide where we'd like that. I think the nature of it, I think the shape of the card is making it kind of want to be central. Maybe dropped slightly. I can put the flowers, you see, at the two opposite corners. So I think I will put this as centrally as I can get it. So maybe about there. quite central. Just press that down nicely. And then these little flowers, we've got the hearts as well. So you could have a little heart coming off this corner there. We'll see how these are going to look. What I could really do with little tiny dots in the centre. Those little tiny dots, I would want to have those in different colours, but I don't want to bore you by having a lot of time just sitting watching me cut. So these little ones here are shaped just like a teardrop, tiny little teardrop, and these are kind of like leaves. I can see them coming out the side of the flowers. So if I put a little tiny dot of Tombow on the edge here, oops, wipe most of that off, and then tuck this one onto here. Okay, so we've got a little leaf coming out of the edge, so they will add some extra colour coming in here. And then the middles, just for quickness, I'm thinking of an office hole punch. I'm going to do a few leaves. Okay, it might be easier to do it this way. Put it onto the bottom of the leaf and then pop the flower on top. These flowers are different shapes. There's 6 different ones. There's 3 large, 2 large, 2 medium and 2 small. So they are slightly different. You'll see there's a little diddy one. Okay, we don't want flowers, leaves on all of them. We'll set them off a little bit like so. So I want those middles really. Did I have some white ones in there? No. Right, I'm going to cut a few little ones because I think we need to have something like this on here. Like so. We know we always like trios of flowers. Okay, if I just lay them on there for now. I might do some yellows, so let's just put them out of the way and we'll just run through on the little machine. I'll run through some different colours. I'll run through a few yellows and a few this daffodil light we're using. Hope there's not a crash bang wallop in a minute if that falls off the table. So we've got a strip of yellow and we will grab a piece of white as well. We have this little piece from earlier with the scraps on here, so I'll just shorten that down. And then we can have those side by side, just about. And go back to the dies that we had here. So these are all the little flowers. This one's quite large. I'm not going to use that one. I'm just going to put some of these on. So I'm going to do 1 of each, small, medium and a large on each colour. Because they're on the strong magnets here, I'm just sliding them off. You see those off the screen. Slide those off. There we go. So we should end up with 3 yellow and 3 white. I'm just using those economically. There we go, stay there. So run that one through. And bring it back again. Now we have static on here. So this is where we want to discard the rubbish and keep all of those little pieces if we can. It is a bit fiddly, but I like little tiny pieces like this. Leave those plates there. So using the pokey tool, just take a pick tool this is, just to get those out, and we should find there's a little yellow dot there that you can see, leaving some of those behind. Put these back in the die packet on the magnets as I go. Just poke those ones out. This is the sort of job I would do sitting in front of the television, watching a good film or listening to a good film or something interesting. Poke all those pieces out. We should be leaving behind the little dots if we're lucky on that. Just poke them through. Okay, that's got a little shadow. We haven't got many white dots, have we? They're not still in the dies because I'm checking them as I take them out. one there. I have got the dye brush on the end here, so I could have used that. There we go. That's all of them out. So how have I managed to only have a few dots? There's 3 yellows. There's only 2 white. I don't know where the other ones disappeared. But hey, we'll just use a few of them. But I think we can mix and match those. So if we grab the tweezers, we put one of those on here. We can actually have one of each colour, I think, like so. Then we're going to put a little bit of adhesive on here again. Grab another leaf, Tombow on the bottom, on the edge. Then we're going to slide that underneath the yellow, like so. I think we can put those onto the card now. Tiny little drop there. One coming off the edge. This one we've already done here. That piece coming off there. And we could show you how I mastered this earlier. I had a piece of scrap card and a little tiny doll of Tombow. Glosses down. And I used the sharp point of cocktail stick just in the middle of that Tombow. And I'm just going to place that in the centre of the flower there. Like so. Not too much, just enough to pick that up. Then use the pick tool with the putty end. And here, got the little putty piece there. And I want to put a yellow one in the centre of the purple. That's going in there. Just press it down. And then I will put a purple one from the dish. And that's Smudge saying hello. Purple one in front of the yellow. There we go. Now what do you think of that? There's 2 little hearts. They're all there's little flowers all in the different colours. I think they're really, really cute, and they work in the opposites. The white underneath wouldn't really have worked. So I like that combination. So we have got another purple one down here. Tweezers. We can put that coming off that corner. Like so. We could actually leave that with the white centre coming through there. We'd like, because it's working on that combination. Hey Smudge. Thumbs up done. Thanks, Shaz. Nice to see you join us. I'm loving playing with this. It's really cute. So I've got a yellow piece on there. I don't want to lose that bit. All of these pieces at the end will just get thrown back into this pot. I will put them in a cello bag. It's not wanting to leave my thumb. Wherever it's gone. Anyway, I'm going to put a little piece of Tombow on there. Just on the bottom. And then we'll stick that onto the card. Right. I don't need much glue on there. It's just to hold it in place. And I'll have them overlapping slightly. A little cluster. And then I'll pick this up on my skin. Just going to touch that in the middle there like I did just now. Little dots inside that one. I'm going to leave this one with a white middle. And then that one's going to have a purple. So take your pick tool. We'll pick one up out of the little dish here. Okay, and pop that in the middle. There we go. In fact, you know what? I think to match it with the other one, I think I'm going to put yellow in there. Just a little tiny dot in there. Okay, and get the yellow one there in the centre of that one. Okay, so they're all in place. Just press them down nicely to make sure they actually stick. There we go. Pick that up on my... got some glue on my finger now. Look, take that one out of the way. It's a paper towel. Just wipe that Tombow. Seem to have wiped it over the mat. Okay, so that's all the spare pieces, and I think we've got a really nice little card front on there. Okay, so as we've got some left, I haven't used the heart on here, but if we've got some left, we could actually then decorate the inside here as well. So we've got some purple ones. Do the same again. It's hard to pick them up. Use your take your pick tool. It's a really handy gadget. Just a little bit on the bottom. Okay, right side or wrong side. Pick that up and place it down. So, squeezing out a little bit. And then Tombow on the back. And onto the corner here. Just to give it some decoration. And I think we could do the same with a yellow one. And a leaf. There is a right and a wrong to these when you've picked them up. When you cut a die, it actually cuts away from you on the card, so it's pressing the edges down. That is the right side. If you've got the sharper edges of it, then that's the wrong side. Just going to place that over that Tombow. Press those down. Okay. And pick that up. Put Tombow on there. And I'm going to put that one the same side. I'm just going to put it at a slightly different angle. Over here. Okay, just so you can see that there's a leaf there. And then we're going to do the same process again. If you wanted to put a little heart, you could put a little heart in the middle, at the corner, coming off there. In that corner there. I think we're there. We're just going to put a couple of the little colours in the middle there. If you look closely, you'll see that that one's nearly covered by the purple, and I need a white one in the middle there. So back to the cocktail stick. Just a little bit of the glue in the centre there. And a little bit there in the centre of that one. Okay. Out of the way so you don't put your fingers in it. And then I'm going to pick the dots up from here. You want a small one in the yellow. And then a bigger one. Oh, I don't want that one, do we? We want the white one. White one in there. There we go. Just going to press those down nicely so that it's held, and that's the inside of the little card. Okay, so we've got a nice little card. It's very simple, done with the greeting on there. Because it's a busy background, we don't need lots on it, but we've just put a little bit of flower on, and we've alternated the middles and the outers with the flowers. But they're the sort of things you can cut from your scraps, and you can keep them in a little cello bag and then be able to decorate when you need. Okay, so I hope you like that. Oh, thanks, Linda. Thanks, Joy. Yeah, it's a different set. It's a different shape. It's nice to do shaped cards. Because it's got the flat edges on here, it lent itself automatically to do this one. So that was my first choice with this one. If you have any other dies, you can do the same, even with a circle, but you'd end up with a circle here and then a straight line. So you could hinge that. I've done those a long while ago in the past, but maybe we'll recap on that one again in a few weeks' time. Okay, but for now, I'm really pleased with that. I hope you enjoy it, seeing that done. And if you get this set of dies then and the bundle, then just have fun playing with it, okay? And just showing you how you can hinge the hexagon like so, okay? So I'll bring you back to me. Take that off and bring back to me. There we go, I'm here. So I will put a list up. There are some extra celebration items. I've been telling you about if you spend the £55 or £110, you've got level 1 or level 2 free gifts that you can choose. There have been some additional ones added to that. And I'm really pleased to say that the alphabet die set, let me just grab the catalogue and show you, is one of the best value for money. If you don't have it, just let me find that for you, just a sec. Dies. Alpha. What's alphabet a la mode. 98. No, that's the skinny one. We need the other one. Mini alphabet. 105. This one here. This is the alphabet. Oh, I'll put you down onto the table again, sorry. So this one here, this alphabet set, it's really cute. It's about 1 inch high, I believe, it's roughly size-wise. But you get the whole panel like this. That die set, because all the whole alphabet, is £40 here in the UK. That is an item that you could have with a £55 spend. You can actually receive that totally free, okay, till the end of this month. So if you're interested in that, it's a terrific value for doing your normal purchase, up to £55 minimum. You can have that £40 product for nothing, absolutely free. The mini alphabet dies, I'll read the numbers out. It's 162934. Now that'll be the same in all markets. So I know we have overseas visitors that come and watch my lives. So that is the number in all markets. Okay. In fact, we said that was £40. It's saying in here 29. Okie doke. I will look into that. I will make sure that that is the right price in there. But it's terrific value because it's a die set and it's free with the minimum purchase, the level 1. Normally dies are the level 2. Okay, so that's extra value. Okay, so enjoy that. Do let me know. I will have another order going in over the weekend. So if you need anything, please let me know that you are waiting to place an order, and then I will make sure I've got them all together before I place that in, so you don't just miss me. Okay, take care, and I'm here to help. If there's anything you need, message me, or any requests for future lives, then